Good afternoon, everybody. It is currently 3:41 on a Saturday. Today is day 26, I believe. It's crazy. I'm almost at a month. I've technically been working out for pretty much 2 months now, but this series is basically tracking the month-long progress that y'all have seen. But today's Bible verse is Acts 20:35. It says, "In all things I gave you an example, that so laboring you ought to help the weak, and to remember the words of the Lord Jesus, that he himself said, it is more blessed to give than to receive." I'll talk more about that later on at the end of the video, but let's get into this leg workout that I got today. Another thing real quick, I'm just gonna make sure to try and actually push myself today. I'm gonna experiment with some new exercises, but for the most part, I'm gonna try and really push myself because I feel like I haven't pushed myself on a leg day in a while, and so that's kind of my goal for today.
Desse jeito me excita, ela senta na bica, rebola na bica, de cueca na cueca, na cueca, na cueca, na cueca, na bica, na bica,
ela só quer dar pra traficante, ela não quer dar pra qualquer um. Vai, joga o bumbum, vai, joga o bumbum, vai, joga o bumbum, vai, joga o bumbum, vai,
Alright, workout's over. Typical leg day. I just threw in a bit of core at the end. I didn't really try anything new. I'm kind of feeling a bit shitty today, but that's alright. I still hit the workout, so it felt good. On to our Bible verse now. Once again, it is Acts 20:35. It says, "In all things I gave you an example, that so laboring you ought to help the weak, and to remember the words of the Lord Jesus, that he himself said, it is more blessed to give than to receive." And I think this one is more meant for you to learn from than kind of the quotes that we've been getting recently on my videos. I think this one really just talks about how you should want to help people below you and even above you, just in general. But typically the people that are in more need than you should always try and help them if you can, because helping them kind of just not only makes the world a better place, but it also just, as it says, it is more blessed to give than to receive. You giving to that person in need rather than you kind of trying to not receive something from that person, but for example, say like during Christmas, typically whenever you're giving gifts to, say, a family member or a friend or a loved one, it feels better to give gifts than to receive them. Sure, it's exciting to receive stuff and it's fun too, but when it comes down to like the grand scheme of things, just giving out to people, especially people that are in need, is just the most rewarding thing that you could possibly do. And it's not even for yourself in general. Like, you should want to just help those people so that way they could be in the same situation that you are, because some people just need a little push to get off their feet because they've been broken or they've been dealt a poor hand. So yeah, I think that's really it for today's Bible verse. I hope y'all enjoyed day 26, and peace out.